everybody, my name's Rebecca from Hedgerow Stitching, and today I've got my third knitting podcast to share with you all. I thought I would pop on today and tell you about my whips, my works in progress and my current plans for 2023. I've been enjoying everybody's knitting podcasts and getting lots of ideas from you all, so thank you to everyone who does knitting podcasts. I do stitching as well, but I will be uploading a separate video for that later. Okay, so what we're going to cover today is my current projects that I've got on the go, my plans and the purchases I've made recently. So the first project, if I haven't got the printout, I will insert photographs here of the patterns. Some of them are on my computer, so I don't always have them to share. The first project, which has been on the go for, I don't know, my husband is so patient, for about 2 years. And during lockdown, we ran out of the supply of Alafast Lopi, so I had to wait and for the manufacturers to produce more. So this is something that I've knit before. It's called Theodore by Drops Design, and it's a super chunky knitted hoodie for men. And I'm using pale blue for the stripe contrast and grey. I've knit the whole thing and I'm just on the sewing up part. I'll stand back a bit. So this is the whole design. He's quite large, so it's a big pattern, beautifully soft, and it's got a lovely pixie hood. The last one I made was a darker one and he wore it to death and it fell apart in the end. So this is his promised second Lopi hoodie. So hopefully, I've just got the last side to sew up. I'm a bit slow in that. Also, I haven't made much progress. I showed this in my last video, and this is the Magnolia Chunky Cardigan by Camilla Vad. I love these patterns, and I'm knitting this one in fibre space fingering and held together with a kid silk. This is knitted in the round top down, so you start off at the top, you can see here, divided for the sleeves, and then the lace pattern starts here at the bottom. I had to rip it back a couple of times, only because I didn't always pick up the lace with each stitch, and also I've been practicing my nups because they're a little bit loose. My tension's fine, but the nups were a little loose, so I've pulled back and practiced those. So that's my second whip. My next one is, I'll insert a photograph here, is a petite knit, and it's the holiday vest. Very popular. And this is knitted top down again. And this is the front. I'm knitting this in a cream super chunky. And this is the front rib. It's got a split hem at the side, so you knit and then there's a long sleeve where you pick up stitches around the neck. So this is done in a big chunky yarn. And my daughter also has got back into knitting. I taught her to knit when she was about 6 or 7, and she's now 23 and has knit her own jumper. When she was younger, she made a Shetland wool intarsia type jumper. It was amazing, and then she didn't knit for a long time. So she's knitted herself a woolly jumper from, I think she got the pattern from Wool and the Gang. They have some lovely bright colours, and she likes Hope Macaulay's designs, so she's asked me to knit another petite knit holiday vest in this green colour, lime green, and this is Wool and the Gang Crazy Sexy wool, and it's super chunky. So I've got 2 balls of this to do her the small in the holiday vest. So that's the other one. I'm going to cast on that this evening. And also I cast on, not so long ago, I did a swatch. Now this is pure Swarbles wool, and this is I think it's called the Lighthouse Vest by Drops Design. I'll put a photograph in here. And this is for my son. He's, after years of not wanting to wear hand knits, he's now decided that he would like a hand knit sweater. And I cast on for a swatch 5mm needles. And this is wool that we produced here on our little farm, and from my Swarbles wool. Now Swarbles are the sheep, they're Dutch sheep, they're black or dark brown with the white blaze and the white socks. And I've got a ton of it in the attic. I had all the fleeces made up into wool. So I cast on, and it's knit in the round, and from the bottom up, so you knit in the round, and then you divide for the sleeves and knit up to the top. But this is coming together really quickly. I only cast it on the other night, and this would be like an Aran weight, worsted weight yarn. I swatched it and it came up beautifully just in the first go, so I just stayed with the needle size 4s and 5s, and this will be his Swarbles vest. Also he used to look after the sheep when he was younger, so that's a nice memento of his days looking after the lambs and feeding them. Okay, and this is my balls of yarn. They look black if you see them in the field, but it's actually a very, very dark brown colour, and I've got stacks of it. I got some double knit 4-ply and Aran weight spun in the local mill here. Okay, moving on. In my last video I showed you the tam, Scatnest tam, out of this book, Colours of Shetland by Kate Davis, and I picked some colours myself from the 2-ply jumper weight. Just getting them out. So these are my colours, 2-ply jumper weight, and this is my progress so far. A nice bit of colour work. I did rip it back a couple of times because I don't know why. If I make a mistake, I can't just leave it in there. I used to be able to just leave it in and not worry about it, but now I have to have it correct. I don't know, a bit of OCD. But this is my tam. So I've got the top shaping and then it's done. So that won't take me too much longer, even though it's taken me a long time to actually cast on and do one. So that's my tam. I'm really pleased with that. And let me see, what else have we got? I think perhaps, oh yes, what I want to start is, let me just get this over here. Now, I cast on this one, and this is, I think this is the Magnolia Summer sweater, and with short sleeves and the lace, and this is a jumper weight, Jameson's and Smith's jumper weight that I had in my stash. This is as far as I've got because I only had one ball. It was in a pack of assortment colours. I was going to make my little dog a dog vest, and of course I didn't get round to it. And I cast this on, and it's got a lot of natural bleaching colours here, which I'm not quite sure if I like or not. So I have ordered some more of this, and I may just rip this back and start again and use alternate balls for each round. But that's the Magnolia Summer that I want to make out of that colour. And the other colours that I got are Jameson Smith. I put this order in the other day. This is colour 204. And I've got quite a few of these to do a, I think I may just do the simple raglan out of this, because I do love this jumper weight. It's so soft and I like these muted colours. So I've got enough stash for that. And then I also ordered this colour, which is the 207 shade, which is the sort of flecks of grey. And this is to do another, just a raglan sweater. I need a couple of sweaters I can just sort of throw on and wear around the house. That's that one. And I also ordered some more of this shade, which is the, oh, let me see, I can't see, which is their 206. So I wanted some more of this cream to do the summer sweater. Here it is. I'll show you a picture of it. I've got this one printed out. Yeah, Magnolia Summer by Camilla Bad. So I thought that would look pretty, and it's also something I could wear to work as well. And my other purchases, I bought, oh, look at this beauty. Ooh, a whole cone of the Jameson Smith jumper weight, pale blue, turquoisey colour. Again, just to do something quite simple and knitting off a cone for the first time. That's that one. Going back to a whip I've just seen here, excuse me, reaching over. These are the No3 Shorty Socks by Denise DeSantis. And in my haul last time I bought some of this really pretty wool, and this was from West Green Loft Yarns, and it's in the colourway Victoriana, pink with speckles, and this is my Shorty Sock progress. I've done the heel and I'm just coming down to do the toe shaping. This is the first one, I've got to do the second one. And this is in a bag that I made from some canvas fabric, and I lined it inside with pockets so you can put your needles in there. And it's supposed to have a drawstring, but I don't know where the drawstring's gone. So it has a drawstring and a little holder, and it's the pattern by Can Do Knits. So I made myself a little sock project bag that goes in there. Okay, I've been so excited about all the projects I've been seeing online that I had to go and buy some more wool. And the other day I bought online the camel's yarn. A lovely girl who lives not far away from me here in Cornwall dyes her own beautiful yarns. So this colourway is called Room of the Easels, and this is baby alpaca, linen and silk. So soft, it's gorgeous. And this one is standard sock yarn, which is 75% superwash merino and 25% nylon, and it's in the colourway rosewood. So I'll enjoy making some socks out of those. And this is her details, the camel's yarn. More focus, sorry. She's online. What else have I got? Oh yeah, this is, sorry, jumping about a bit. This is a Madeline Tosh blue fingering weight, and this is for this pattern. Caitlin Hunter Design Zweig. I've got a pale colour to go to do the lace weight, so I did cast it on, but then I ripped it back again to restart. I don't know, I wasn't very happy with my cast on, so I'm going to do that one again. So I've got that one that I'm going to start this year, hopefully before Easter, get that one on the needles. And then I also saw online the habitation throw or habitation shawl, and I saw Sophie's company, which is Pixie Yarn, and I bought 5 skeins of her sock yarn in gradient to do the habitation shawl or habitation throw. So these are the colours that I've got. These are all socks, so a little speckled one there, and then a greyer one with some green in it, more purple going up to there. So that's going to be my habitation throw. I'm going to cast on that shortly. Also, from one of my favourite yarn dyers is Wool and the Barn, and the Wool Barn, sorry, not Wool and the Barn, I'm getting confused with Wool and the Gang. And this is a Merino Sport, so extra fine superwash merino, and this is in the colour Toffee and Misty Mauve. I just bought an assortment of colours that she had available still on her website, and Brown Rose, Powder, that's the powder colour. These are all 100 grams, 300 metres or 328 yards. Yeah, so I got a few skeins of each of these. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to make with them, but they're adding to my hand-dyed stash. And then I saw online the prairie cardigan that's been released by Hoki Locatelli, and I ordered this from Ireland, and this is another one of my favourite yarn dyers, which is, excuse me, that's my phone, Life in the Long Grass. And I ordered her colourway for the prairie cardigan. So it's a grey, purple, and then these two peachy colours. This was the one I chose out of. She's got a few more of these sets left if you want to do the prairie cardigan. I've downloaded the pattern and I'll put it here. It's just a new release. I thought that would look great for summer, even though it's got the dark purple in it. And I also might make a second one in the grey, pale lilac and yellow that is actually in the design itself. So that's those. And yeah, so Life in the Long Grass. 2 things that I showed last time, which I haven't quite started, but I'd like you to see the colours, is the blanket by Tin Can Knits. And I don't know if I had chosen all the colours, but these are the colours that I'm going to do for the knitted blanket. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just divine. And this is Drops Charisma, which is, what does it say, content? 100% wool. So those are my colours for the blanket, even though it's coming into spring. I want to do some blanket knitting. And then I show you these saved in my cutlery box. These are the colours I've chosen, or no, I haven't chosen, I've stolen from Tracy online, who's done this beautiful hexagon blanket, and that's crocheted. So these are the colours that I did buy a few and practice, and these are all my colours. And this is my old-fashioned cutlery basket or cutlery tray that I store them in, but aren't they gorgeous? So I need to get going on those two projects. So quite a few projects with my knitting. I'm still knitting my Warbles crochet blanket. I'm still crocheting my Warbles blanket and need to just do the edging to that, and then that's all finished. I hope you're all well, and thank you for subscribing to my channel. I hope you will come back and perhaps be interested in my sampler channel as well. Please leave me a comment if you want to about what you're knitting on. I love to see everybody's projects, and I'm really keen to get started on some of the projects for myself and get out of my hand-bought knits. So perhaps, hopefully next time it won't be so long, and I can show you something that I'm actually wearing. Anyway, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing my slice of knitting here in sunny Cornwall, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye bye.